Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Let's keep it a buck, right? I'm gonna keep it a bean. It was very underwhelming for sure, right? I'm taking the hat off, right? I sound a little cute like Dice, you know, but it's too damn hot, Dice. It's okay for that damn hat. Up in this bitch, the lights is on me. You know what I'm saying? I got the fans right here. I'm still in this joint sweating, man. I took that damn hat off. Try to look all sexy. For who? For what? Right? Okay. Shockmaster was a better name. I said it. I didn't say he was a better wrestler. I didn't say that. I didn't say Tugboat was better. I said the name Shockmaster is better than the Third Twins. I hate the name. Okay? And then all of a sudden they get saved by the Yeet Master himself. Eat, sleep, yeet, repeat. And then all this news about Uncle Rikishi coming over the weekend because he made a comment on his podcast about they better make sure they treat their boy right. They better make sure they treat that boy right because there's other people out there. Like who? Oh, somebody gonna say, AEW, Michael, what are you talking about? They paying people. Should we be happy for Bryce Young? He got pitched today, right? But he's a millionaire, right? So there's two sides of the coin. Just flip it. One side you're paid. Who cares? He go to AEW and get paid. Second side of the coin is, if you're in the same fucking position he's in right now, he'd be hot for a moment and he's not. Kofi is the one going to turn heel. It's Kofi. We're thinking 10 years in a new day. Look at this. This is something, let's just be 100% honest, right? No one wanted this the way that it came out, okay? We saw them on the announce table talking. Every person who was black, every person who's a black wrestling fan said, Nation of Domination.
Hold on here. Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, stop it.
It's the barbershop. Yeah, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Drums, please.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
This ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
And where are we going today? We're going to go where wrestling fans refuse to go, and that is to the reality zone called This Is Entertainment. This is cinematic. This is what we came here to do. This is what Saturday Night Main Event. This is what Saturday night at 7:05 on TBS. This is what tonight. Well, shit, sometimes we have Wednesdays and Tuesdays. And it's just too much fan wrestling, but it's time for the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. I am your host, Mike Knoxxx, and indeed I spell my name with 3 X's because, frankly, like the damn face-off between Cody and Roman, yeah, I'm hardcore. I know some of you out there are going to say, Mike, are we really going to talk about this one-on-one face? Yes, we're going to talk about the one-on-one face-off today because, frankly, it is a lot of things in wrestling that I absolutely love, and this was one of them, okay? So as always, people, the particulars, make sure you go ahead and follow, like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification when we go live. You know we are live. We have all kinds of shows for you here on the network, but right now, I'm on review listening to the Mike Knoxxx Show. And after that, make sure you backstage. It's by people holding it down. So you make sure you backstage, you're holding them down. Some tweets, some likes, some comments, some follows. Your ignorance. We don't care what it is. Your love, your hate. We want it all. Make sure you let us know because I got people holding me down. And as my Ayatollahs and my rock and rollers to the stars and quasars and all that shit. My man 301 King Vaughn Jr. holding me down. The Victorious Ones podcast. And the Z is silent. But not to know him is to know, shh. It's not even a phrase that he even knows how to speak. But you check him out on the Smackdown Penitentiary every Saturday. Him and my man Vic Damone Jr. Yeah. So make sure you check him out. Yeah. Make sure you guys get with that. But today, we got a lot to talk about today. So we're going to start it off with, as always, Mike Knoxx's Moments of the Week. Because every week, I have the things that make us like wrestling. What are we talking about today?
Week to week, pro wrestling continues to impress and evolve from AEW to TNA to NXT and even Raw and Smackdown. Check out these top 5 Mike Knoxxx moments of the week.
And of course, everybody wants Roman because Roman Reigns is the original tribal chief. And if you want to say that your tribal chief is Solo Sikoa, but that's okay. I understand that. It's fine. It's okay if you wear South Pole. You know, at one point, I used to wear Sean John. You know, am I embarrassed to say that I wore Sean John? Absolutely not. Hell, this weekend when he got arrested, I had on a pair of Sean John drawers and tank tops. Now, am I supposed to cut them all up and not wear them anymore? I'm just saying, take that. We know he did, and he's going to have to make sure his ass don't commit suicide. No, did he? But the Knoxxx moments of the week to me were just filled with excitement and things that made me love this past week in professional wrestling, and simply the best in the world on the microphone, maybe anymore. You know, like, where do we I love CM Punk. I'm a CM Punk fucking super mark. I mean, who else but me? No, I'm gonna call this business out. And Dice on a Friday night on what the fuck was that, Collision or Rampage? When he came back and we're sitting there, worst kept singer in the world, and cheered for him. That's CM Punk. Let the feds show up. They didn't do. Listen. No feds, right? So last week, though, honorable mention in my top 5 this week, Knoxxx moments, it's got to be CM Punk. But I'm going to tell you why. For all the idiots out there saying, oh my God, CM Punk is just emulating everything that MJF said. He calls himself the devil. How old are you? Have you been watching wrestling since 2010 like my children? Even my kids who are intelligent wrestling fans know that almost a lot of wrestlers say, I'm the devil. Frankly, I always say to myself when they say that, you sound stupid. Like, if you want to be all the people in the world to be evil, like I'm the devil, I'm the devil. I'm the devil. You gotta, I will take your soul. You'll burn in hell. No, that's like sitting their feet on a nail. That's how I think about you. You know what I mean? Like, stop it, yo. CM Punk is CM Punk. Vince McMahon called himself the devil. I'm quite sure Triple H called himself the devil at one point. They all want to be the devil. Why? Because it sounds like you're the most vile, disgusting human there is. Well, when you're going into a Hell in a Cell match, you gotta want to portray that, right? So I'm just happy that we get a Hell in a Cell match that was sold to me. Not that it was just put together. They've earned this time. There's nowhere else to go but Hell in a Cell. McMahon's documentary comes up this Wednesday, y'all. Well, we're going to talk about it next week. I wonder what, right? Just everything Punk does is great to me. Maybe not in the ring, okay? He ain't all limber no more. I mean, once you go to UFC and you get your ass whooped the way that CM Punk got his ass whooped, you're going to have a step back. You're going to have a little, nobody made fun of Ali for having a step slow. Right? But you expect him to get knocked the fuck out the way that CM Punk got knocked the fuck out in UFC and beat the fuck up and come back and still be the guy he was? No, he's a little step slower. And no, hey, Phil, one day we're going to work together. One day I want to interview you. Don't let this hold against you, sir. It's okay. At least you got in the octagon. I know people who won't even go out in the yard and snack box with somebody. So you're going to pass. Okay? I mean, damn. Also, but number 5 in my Knoxxx moment of the week, y'all want to say, why he got to throw the black man? Because the black man was the skinniest motherfucker in the crowd at the time. Listen, those who don't want to respect and like my man Bronson Reed, quiet as cat right now, Bronson Reed, and you big son of a bitch, they got one of the greatest rivalries in wrestling right now. Okay, the other one is CM Punk and DM Hunk. The other one is the shirt I have on right now between Cody and Roman. I call them Codys, like Roman and Cody mixed together. Okay. But right now, this shit is entertaining they broke the ring. They broke people. They broke barricades. I'm not sure Hell in a Cell can even contain these two mastodons, these two big meaty men slapping meat. Listen, speaking of meat, no broke back, no Diddy. Guys, go to a restaurant I went to this weekend called Fogo de Chãos. Okay, don't ask me how to spell it because I couldn't do it for you, but I ate there. If you're a steak man, body by steak, then you want to go to Fogo. It's like going to a buffet of just all the steaks you can eat. And I've never been drunk from food before, but I was drunk from food. Yeah, let's just say. Yeah. But this match, this rivalry is absolutely on fire. Yes, what's going on, DC the Collector, man? The Facebook. Listen, we're going to talk about that. Trust me. Okay. Number 4 this week. Shocking. I just automatically knew Bailey was going to go to Raw. Right? I just knew that was going to happen. There's no way they're going to send Flamay Min Young. We know Jimmy coming back. Right? They keep husband and wives together. But what a match. Right? And listen. Let's talk about the art of storytelling, right? This is what the Mike Knoxxx Show introduced you to, right? The art of wrestling is #storyline, right? #death to dirt sheets. Everybody's like, hey, Mike, what about your Lucha Brothers? They ain't signed yet. So I'm not going to talk about it. #death to dirt sheets. But watching this was like poetry. Okay, I'm going to tell you why, because it gave you every indication they were going to win the match. And they did win the match. Collectively, they won the match. And now next week on SmackDown, we get those two girls one-on-one. Winner takes on Nia Jax for the title. Number 4 moment on the Knox Moments of the Week. Had to tie, because when I can rip Triple H, which I still am partially, on the booking of one Bianca Belair, who was on the right step. She had the rocket strapped to her back with Vince McMahon as the company about to become the GOAT of WWE, has since been halted. It's like SkyX or SpaceX down here in Florida. They always say, we got to launch. We got to launch. We got to launch. We got to launch. And then what happens? Launch has been delayed. Launch has been delayed. Launch has been delayed. That's how I think they're doing Bianca Belair. But wait, is they? Right? Beautiful picture. The girls did their thing. We should be able to go into a match, which we don't do often as wrestling fans, and say, hey, Bianca Belair is going to win. I'm going to the bathroom. You know what happened? We were all wrong. I like shit like that. I don't like her in the tag team because I think that holds her back. But she can lose a match. How did we say this in the I invented the phrase, how does younger talent get over? By having them take on legends. Bianca's a living legend. Io don't necessarily need the rub, but guess what, y'all? She does, because she hasn't done shit, especially since damage control has been, let's just say it, damaged, right? She gets the schoolgirl, and she beats Bianca Belair. I thought it was a great moment this past week. Also, excuse me, my Knox moments of the week. Speaking of the Afro-mentioned Cody Rhodes, we're going to talk about him a little bit later on as well. But let's talk about Kevin Owens. Will Braun Breaker join the Judgment Day? Absolutely not anywhere that I thought that could ever happen. But hey, what do I know? I am wearing the WrestleMania Faceoff shirt. I'm not normally a fan of, the match shirts necessarily, but I'm going to keep it a bean, when you go to WWE Shop Zone late, all you skinny motherfuckers grab all the 3Xs and 4Xs. So I wanted a shirt when I was down there because I refused to come home without a souvenir. And I said, fuck it. It fits, so I bought it. That's the truth, Ruth. But Kevin Owens is the greatest indie wrestler that WWE has ever signed. Okay? Well, let me rephrase that, because that's putting him above someone like Daniel Bryan. Okay? But I think you can argue it. Yes, sir. And I'm a Kevin Owens fan. I'm a Kevin Owens supermark. You think I got enough Daniel Bryan shame shirts and Roman Reigns shame shirts reimagined? I got so many. I said greatest because I want to say greatest because that's how I feel. Okay? Absolutely. I said greatest. You give me in the WWE guys that were unknown, okay, that were major, because you can't say AJ, right? If AJ never has a TNA stop, then you can say AJ. But he had TNA. And although folks refuse to admit it, even Kurt Angle had a better run in TNA than he had in WWE because it lasted longer. May not have been more profiled, but he had a better career there. Kevin Owens having the career he had in Ring of Honor, which I'm sorry, somebody owns it, but we never see it. So we don't even know if it really, truly, absolutely exists because, frankly, when does Ring of Honor come on? They haven't had a champion for like 900 days? Damn! I'm just saying, where is Ring of Honor? Thank you. I acknowledge you right back. So when I look at Kevin Owens, I think he is that good. I think I've been a Kevin Owens mark from the beginning. Kevin Steen, him and El Generico being AKA, you know what I'm saying, Sami Zayn. Those guys, that Ring of Honor, that crop was great. And I can't say Seth Rollins, right? Because, he comes from there too. He went to FCW for a while before he got up to that, became their talent. I knew him more from there than I knew him from Ring of Honor. But Kevin Owens and this Bloodline thing, we all know what was being said over the weekend. We know he's tired of it for 4 years. They even starting to mention in the storyline. Kevin Owens is tired of it. How does he feel about this? Whole thing with the Bloodline. He's over the Bloodline. Yeah. I'm sorry. What the hell is wrong with him? Like, I don't think I've ever seen something that I thought was stupid, corny, and still enjoyed it at the same time. Like, what the fuck? Okay, he is bugging out. Okay, sound like he was on coke, and we all know that his cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yeah! Somebody's got to put his face up there. Okay, leave the booger sugar alone. But yet again, end of the night, he's coming out there. He's about to explain himself why he's whatever it is. We don't even know what the fuck he's gonna say about him and Cody's friendship. He gets attacked. And they have a match for later on. And Cody comes to the rescue. And I listen, that chair, man, I really thought he was going to hit Cody. I said it last week. Who's going to turn on who? Kevin Owens he's a natural heel to me. He plays a better face than Randy Orton, though, to me. And he plays a better face than Charlotte Flair to me. That's my opinion. Tell gives off Lion King hyena vibe. 100%, George. He gives off those hyena vibes. 100%. I think someone on this program said that before as well. He does definitely give that out. But I love that. My number 3 moment was that. But also time at number 3 was this. Because what if he doesn't lose? I know it's all said and written. We think that the Bloodline's getting back together, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit later, what Roman said earlier too, or later on.
Hey, Michael, can't hear you.
The microphone showdown that happened in that ring was absolutely phenomenal by these guys. It's number 3 because even though could it end? We know he's going to lose, do we? Roman said they're bringing back the Bloodline. Everybody assumes Jimmy's going back and Sammy's going back, and that's why they're losing. And I think, all signs point down that yellow brick road. That's where we're going to go, right? But what if? I didn't think Io Sky was going to pull off a victory over Bianca Belair. I could see Jay getting pinned one-on-one before I saw Bianca Belair, but she did. What if? Just what if Uso wins this? I don't think it will happen. Okay, well, the true showdown is that I still ain't seen the short show come up with anything that can come at the Alphas and the Omegas. So until y'all want to step up to the plate and let me hit it out, y'all want to be O'Shani, that's fine. We on Barry Bonds and this shit. We got needles in our ass. You just can't even beat us, okay? No Diddy, all right? Now, number 2. Listen, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Number 2 is the New Day. We spoke about it last week before the show went on. We saw what happened on Raw afterwards. the match went down. Xavier has every right to be mad at. Since when do you come up with the plan? Are you the New Day? We have a plan and I don't know about it, and they lose to the Judgment Day. As one faction begins and shows its dominance, the other one we see breaking apart in the New Day. My number 2 moment. But my number 1 moment of the week and the subject of today's show, cinematic at its finest. We're going to take some breaks. We're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back, y'all, here on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Girl, I beg you.
What?
Welcome to Wondering About WWE. I'm Michaela, and we are just wondering about WWE, Raw and Smackdown. You already know where we get started. Over at Raw, the first thing on Monday. I'm excited for Raw tonight. Let's start off with that. I'm excited for Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. I'm going for Jey Uso just because I've always loved Jey Uso, and with the whole main event stuff, he deserves his own solo title by himself. But I have no faith in him winning. I think Braun Breaker is going to win. I'm also excited to see what happens next on the Judgment Day tonight. And that's what our next topic is, the Judgment Day. I have loved what's going on with the Judgment Day. Probably because I'm biased and I've talked about this. I love Rhea and Jay. I love how they're working together. And I just love the Judgment Day and the Terror Twins. You just know I will forever hate the name. Now it's the Terror Triplets. That's a joke. I hope it's not the Terror Triplets. But I'm so excited for Bad Blood, Rhea, and Liv again for the titles. I really want Rhea to win. I can't wait. She's gonna win. And if she doesn't win, I'm rioting. If Rhea doesn't win, we riot. And I think a lot of people are gonna say, oh, get ready to riot or whatever. But I really want Rhea to win. But as I said, I'm biased. So then we go over to SmackDown. We have the Bloodline business. I am so excited for their match. I still hate the idea of Rhea and Cody working together. I would never in a million years think Cody and Roman were working together. If you came to me last year and said Cody and Roman are having a tag team match together, I would absolutely think you are lying and reading off of some fake news. It's even crazier if they're going against the Bloodline, but the little one-on-one talk they had last night about how they were to say it's his city, but it's Cody's home, and how they need to have each other's backs, and how after the match Roman's going for the title. I really want, if they win, which they're gonna win, I want Roman to just attack Cody from behind, Seth Rollins style, because I hate the idea of them working together, and I will forever hate the idea. But the way it was like, he took out Jimmy, took out the Wise Man. I'm excited for SmackDown this week. I hope Roman is back. Like, he comes back every week, and I want to hear him speak on the mic again, because I love his promos. I've always loved Roman's promos, and I can't wait to see Solo's mini promo that he has, because we all know he's gonna have one. But that is it, and let's just
Welcome to the Smackdown Penitentiary. It's not slander, but it's just mid-card guys can still be over and not have to surpass the top guy just to be
LA Knight.
quote over. LA Knight, yeah, he's a mid-card guy. He's going to live on the mid-card for the rest of his WWE career. He would never be a world champion.
See, here's the thing. I feel like they don't know what direction to go, because the guy is super over and selling a whole bunch of shirts.
The Miz effect. The Miz shattered that man on the microphone, Roman Reigns did the same thing. You can't. Who in the marquee? Anybody that you see in a main event spot that LA Knight can out muscle on a microphone? Is it Kevin Owens? Probably not. Cody Rhodes? Nah. AJ Styles? Mm-mm. Randy Orton? Nah. Roman Reigns? Nope.
I think LA Knight could be AJ Styles on the mic.
You see AJ Styles versus Randy Orton on the microphone?
I see that. Yeah, but Randy Orton, I feel like Randy Orton can't fuck with LA Knight on the mic. You know what I mean? Maybe if he's like
you said Randy Orton can't fuck with LA Knight on the microphone. Listen, you need to go back and watch the feud between Edge and Orton.
How many years ago was that?
5, 6? Don't matter.
I mean, look. See, here's the thing. The reason I say that is, look, Paul Heyman is the greatest of all time when it comes to mic skills, in my opinion. Why? Because he can go off the top of the dome. Nothing scripted. I don't believe that Randy Orton can do that. I really don't.
Welcome back, y'all, to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Shout out to Michaela holding down. Shout out to the Smackdown Penitentiary with that. Some very interesting takes as we talk backstage here all the time. Again, wrestling opinions are wrestling opinions. AJ Styles? I don't know about. I think he can out-talk Cody, though. I'm not gonna lie. Cody can tell a good story, but LA Knight. But it's definitely the Miz effect. Listen, I know they feel the same way I feel it when it comes to hearing Unpop Review. This is why we call our station Unpop Review, because sometimes our opinions are unpopular. But now you're tuned into the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. And other YouTube or Google me, turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it, I just had the balls to say it.
And the face-off between Roman and Cody is why I watch wrestling today. I don't hate anybody like I used to growing up. That wasn't, I hated certain guys, bad guys versus good guys. It's the reason why for so many moons, I was not the biggest Four Horsemen fan, because they always went against Dusty Rhodes. I liked Magnum TA, things of that nature. I was always for the good guy. And it took a while. It took that horrible of a man trying to have lust in his eyes.
On their feet, on a man. Oh, what the?
To make me start liking Hills. He broke my heart. But the way Roman, first of all, I don't know who to believe in this one. I have you guys here. Thank you, the $1 Million audience. Make sure you comment below. Let us know. I have Dyson and Vaughn backstage. I thought, from what I had originally had read, Paul Heyman did this segment. Then I heard that it was Jeremy Borash. I don't care, but I thought it was Paul. I thought it was great. If it's Jeremy, then Jeremy, where have you been my whole life? I can't hear you. There's no volume for you.
Unmute.
Jeremy, he's been in charge for backstage productions and all that, but Paul is in.
Paul was the one who did this promo, right? Or just put this together.
Jeremy produced it, but Paul is in charge of creative wise where the characters.
Okay, so creating and producing are two different things, right? So that's like saying you have the movie director, you have the producer of the movie. The producer of the movie makes sure that the movie is going off without a hitch. Okay, Hollywood did break. It broke my heart, man. He broke my heart, but. Either way, first of all, Roman coming in like this, like he was El Presidente, was the shit. Okay, having the Air One Jordans match the Georgia Tech gold and black was the shit. The only thing I like about Georgia Tech is my man Kenny Anderson went there. All right, you know what I mean? That's not true. They did have my man Travis Best. Somebody had the best point guard in Georgia Tech. I was a point guard. I was good. Football arenas, things holy. Yeah, listen, things Cody shows up in his little 5.0. His little Shelby whipping it. You know what I'm saying? Then they meet face to face. Look at the backdrop of Atlanta right there on the 50-yard line. And pure fucking cinema, Michael. Pure cinema. And people, acts, and I'm gonna be real, because I love to be honest with the audience. It was my wedding anniversary, y'all. Okay, I celebrated 21 years with this woman in my life. I said it last week. Some of y'all can't do 21 shows in a row. Some of y'all ain't been laid 21 times. And some of you ain't even 21 years old. I've been married for 21 years to one woman. So putting a wrestling show together, I was out of the loop. I caught everything late. So Dice hits me today and he goes, "You really gonna talk about this?" And I said, yes, I really am, because it really is truly was my favorite moment of the week. And then other people talked about it in different groups and whatnot. That's how you kind of pick up on, at least, kind of pick the ideas of where the wrestling communities are going. And it's so many of us out there. You just, which ones were the big most talked about. And a lot of people were like ripping this moment. And about, well, y'all so happy about this. If AEW did this. No, if anything is done right in wrestling, wrestling fans will enjoy it if it's done correctly. This was done marvelously. Okay? The conversation, as my baby girl put it in Michaela, what she's wondering about WE, said it. He told him, he said, "Listen, man, this man took my Eufaula. This man took my Wise Man. This man took my Jimmy." He didn't say Jay, right? So he took Jimmy from me. I want my title back. Everything you got is mine. It's like, yo, but this title ain't yours, he said to him. This title ain't yours. And it made me think about other cinematic things that wrestling fans thought was corny. Right? AEW botched their big match vignette promo with McGinnis. But that's AEW. Okay? Y'all hated this. I said back, and here's how I know y'all hated it. Because before it was cool, let me go on there live and have a live watch and fake it, right? Because I'm really behind. I want to make sure I watch it first and then enjoy it, or I'm going to be real fake, right? Like, here go me when Roman just came out here in Tulsa. No, be fucking real, okay? It's like the real world. Well, you know the camera's there. Are you really real? No, be real to yourself. We sat here watching it live, Zia Silent and myself and my kids, and we're listening to other groups at that time run down and what the fuck? And it was hated. It was hated. How great was the Firefly Funhouse? The NXT match between Velveteen and Mr. Adam Cole, baby, who may never wrestle again. Did y'all not like that? It was a cinematic match as well. The Boneyard match with AJ Styles and The Undertaker. The imagery. When you're watching television, it's cinematography. It's a reason why, if you have not watched it, I'm going to say it right now, and that word's coming out again right now, Executive Consultant. For a pilot episode, if you love greatly acted, written television, go watch The Penguin. Cinematic at its finest. It's a reason why The Walking Dead, even at its moment, Empire and shows be on top, House of Dragons, it's how they come across. It's how they look. Hey, take a walk. Take a walk. Because you're going to come right back and sit down as I do what I do every single week, and that's father you in this wrestling conversation. It's no difference. It's not even Christmas time yet. Cena and Bray Wyatt back match was great in 2K24. Okay? Even Sting and Darby Allin, when AEW did do it, I'm on record again for saying guys like Taker and Sting don't have to really retire. They're done now, right? But if they were to come back, this is how it should be done. Cinematic-wise, you can't do no wrong because it's not live. You're taking a couple of bumps. Those bumps are probably like really acted out bumps, right? More choreographed than normally, probably. I don't know. It's just what it looks like, right? Even some you may have not liked the Money in the Bank ladder match. Y'all remember that at the Performance Center. Some things come off good, some things don't. When the Wyatts had to do it with Bray Wyatt, people hated certain things like that. The bar fight they had on Smackdown with Sheamus and all them. The worst Money back. Hey, I'm not going to discredit your opinion for that. It was not good. And I'm not going to pretend that it was. That's my point. The Viking Profits one. This one was the one that really blew my mind, right? I don't have it here, but the AEW Stampede they have. People would say that the WWE tried to really mimic that because it did come off so good. The WWE tried to do that with that Money in the Bank. And it's a difference between having a bar fight and having a food fight. That was the difference between the comedy of one Vince McMahon at that time to what people want to see. I think they both can work depending on where they were. Did I not say Stadium Stampede? I did. Okay. But this right here, Roman and Cody, it tells me a lot of things about who Roman is. It explains a lot of things to what we want to see from Cody Rhodes. Cody can be big time. We think, right? Without Roman, how big is Cody? He had his stint with Seth Rollins coming in, right? It was like Seth was the tester, right? And that got over.
I'm sorry.
So now,
I'm sorry. We got some breaking news. I don't know if you've seen this.
Mm-mm.
Vince McMahon just tweeted for the first time since April of 2023.
It says what?
I'll get it. I'll get the graphic for you.
Well, a statement
about this documentary. Well, we're going to find out about that. Breaking news right here. And speaking about breaking news, we're going to take a quarter in the meter. We're going to come back with This Week in Wrestling History. And Vaughn, get ready.
Just bring it, bitch!
And I ain't calling you a bitch, just so you know. All right, so get ready, y'all, for This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Hello there, everybody. This is King Vaughn Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast, Perfect Plex Talk Radio. Here to give you the week in wrestling history. On September 23rd, 1985, in the WWF Madison Square Garden show, the British Bulldogs of Davey Boy Smith as Dynamite Kid defeated the Hart Foundation by pinfall. And so, of course, on the same day in 2001, WWF Unforgiven was held in the Mellon Arena in Pittsburgh, and that night Kurt Angle defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course, with the ankle lock to win the WWF Championship. Once again, on September 24th, 1995, WWF presents In Your House 3 triple header from Saginaw, Michigan. The main event was a winner-take-all match featuring WWF champion Diesel and Shawn Michaels, the Intercontinental champion, against the tag team of Owen Hart and Yokozuna. And so of course, it was decided that the Bulldog would take his place. And so, however, Owen Hart made an appearance before the end of the match, ended up being one pin for Diesel and Shawn to become the ones to take all the gold. So, of course, on the same day in 2000, WWF Unforgiven was live from Philadelphia. Matt and Jeff Hardy defeated Edge and Christian in a steel cage match to win the tag team titles, with a slight assist from Lita, by the way. Of course, on September 25th, 1987, a steel cage match, Ric Flair lost an NWA World Heavyweight Championship to a 42-year-old Ronnie Garvin. And of course, it was documented that Garvin ended up losing the belt back to Flair at Starrcade in November. Of course, on the same day in 1993, Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels left the WWF with the belt still in his possession. Of course, Shawn had been suspended for failing drug tests, which of course he ended up denying on the Heartbreaker Triumph DVD, and walked down the company. Michaels, who make his return at the November Survivor Series. And of course, he'd be the one to take Lawler's place in that Survivor Series tag match. September 26, 1977, in Sold Out Madison Square Garden arena, Dusty Rhodes defeated WWF champion superstar Billy Graham, and Peter Maivia beat George Steele, with both matches ended via countout. And of course, on the same day in 1993, in Osaka show in Japan, that was when Hulk Hogan defeated Keiji Muto, aka the Great Muta. On the same day in 1999, in Charlotte, North Carolina, Unforgiven, Triple H won the vacant WWF Championship at a six-pack challenge against The Rock, Mankind, Kane, Big Show, and the British Bulldog, with special guest referee being Stone Cold Steve Austin. On September 27, 1999, the This Is Your Life segment for The Rock aired, and that was the highest rated segment in Raw history in terms of audience size. And of course, that's when Mankind presented The Rock with that moment. As far as notable birthdays, September 23rd, today, Matt Hardy turns 50. Kairi Sane turns 36. Angel Garza turns 32. September 24th, Stephanie McMahon turns 48. Of course, yes, I said that. Of course, Christopher Nowinski turns 46. Sonya Deville turns 31. September 25th, Jimmy Garvin turns 72. And September 26th, Asuka turns 43. And that's your week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hey, this is Matthew Brittle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to the Mike Knoxxx Show on Unpopular Review, bro.
Let's get it. Let's kick it. We back here. You hear guys on the Mike Knoxxx Show. And the top 5 this week to me was just a moments for me where, you know, you had good wrestling. I said it with stories when it came to Bailey and Flamame and Young Naomi having their showdown now this Monday or this Friday. Sorry, winner takes on Nia Jax. The whole New Day, as we spoke about it last week. Now, you know, other wrestling outlets want to kind of pick up on the respect of what we should have for the New Day. 10 years, okay, longest running faction of all time. It's not a debate. It is a fact. Because the other groups have broken up, been back together, are not active. They have been active for all 10 fucking years. But the number one moment this week was this, because whenever Roman's on TV, it's big time. Okay? Cody needs this. Cody's, for whatever it is, we could call it the after WrestleMania slowdown effect, which we know is a real thing. You know, they gear up for Mania, and then after that kind of gears back down, they gear back up for SummerSlam, which they did. And then now we got this new pay-per-view, bringing back an older but goody and bad blood. And I don't want to see these two together, right? Somebody said, is this the greatest rivalry in wrestling history? And like I said earlier in the program, how old are you to think that, right? If you're 22 years old, in fairness, I'll let that slide, right? You're 22 years old, right? But there are so many great rivalries that have been a part of wrestling for such a long time. Like I just said, we got the Golden Age era when you had HH and the Macho Man, right? The new generation between Shawn and Bret. The Attitude Era between Rock and Austin. Hell, in my opinion, Triple H and Rock was better than Austin and Rock, even though Rock and Austin was on a bigger stage because of who Austin was. Cena and Edge, Cena and Orton, right? Fuck it. New now, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And then in this Triple H era, this has been the best rivalry. But it wasn't all his era. So we can't even say the Triple H era. Right? Vince was a part of bringing Cody back, right? And all that going on. And this is just, to me, was so big on so many levels, because when you think of wrestling, you think of the imagery the lasting images. That's what matters. I may not always remember every match that happened, but I can remember, respectfully disagree about Rock, Triple H, and Rock. Oh, hey, Rock and Triple H was way, in my opinion, from a in the ring, you know, everything else to me was better than Rock and Austin. And yeah, part of that's because I'm not an Austin fan. But again, hey, I didn't say that wasn't up for debate. Right? What's not up for debate is the New Day, 10 years strong, longest running active faction. That's not a debate. But that is. Even what I'm saying right now about Rock and about Cody, I don't think Cody's big time. And I think it's a shame. Right? But another issue that's going on, still waiting on Dice to come back with that news, is Smackdown allegedly now being confirmed to go 3 hours.
I got it whenever you're ready.
Come on screen, buddy. What we got?
There you go. All right, so
you know,
this man goes, huh?
You know, I can't see that shit.
I know you can. That's why I'm looking at it from my screen. We could just full screen it. All right. I don't regret participating in this Netflix documentary. The producers had an opportunity to tell an objective story about my life and the incredible business I built, which were equally filled with excitement, drama, fun, and a fair amount of controversy and life lessons. Unfortunately, based on an early partial cut I've seen, this doc falls short and takes the predictable path of conflating the Mr. McMahon character with my true self, Vince. The title and promos alone make that evident. A lot has been misinterpreted or left out entirely in an effort to leave viewers intentionally confused. The producers use typical editing tricks without of context of footage and dating sound bites to distort the viewer's perception and support a deceptive narrative. In an attempt to further the misleading account, the producers use a lawsuit based on an affair I ended as evidence that I am in fact Mr. McMahon. I hope the viewer will keep an open mind and remember that there are two sides to every story.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. McMahon, thank you for that with the breaking news. You know, damn, we didn't have our AI ready for that time. Fuck, I want to do it now just to do it.
Mike Knoxxx, sorry to interrupt you. However, we have breaking news. Ain't this a bitch? Now you want to acknowledge your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. This is just one of the reasons why this Bloodline story is the greatest storyline in wrestling history. We tell you all the time. Hashtag wrestling is storyline. And why Roman Reigns is that damn good. Mike Knoxxx, back to you. G.
Sorry, I just love it. Okay.
This is mustache was AI generated.
Mr. McMahon. Damn. I gotta think.
What are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling like
I get what he's saying 100%, and
I know, and that's where I'm being very careful in what I'm saying, right? Because I don't find nothing wrong with his point of view in what he's saying, right? What I have a issue with is that you wait until the week this is about to come out. MJF, Mr. McMahon knows how many feminists know to take charge of. Listen, man.
Bad time.
Listen. All I'm saying is this. I got to be careful. I got daughters, okay? But I'm a human. And I'm an older gentleman. So what I say may not resonate with some of you younger people when I say this. What a person does in the privacy of their own home is their business. What someone takes as I think they call the term a fair exchange of goods, that is not against the law. Blackmail, however, is against the law, saying that I'm going to give out this information to the public if you don't give me this. That's bad. So what he did, how they did it with Stormy Johnson or whatever the hell the chick's name is, she agreed about it. At least it seems that way, that she got paid to do acts. Disgusting as you may deem them to be, that's their thing. I mean, some people, for what it's worth, some people like to have relations and have threesomes. Some people are married and have switch-offs. That's something I could never be a part of. Now, as an adult and as a grown man, a grown man, I'm not, hey, that's what you're into. That's what you're into. But that's not my thing. So I'm not going to rip you for that. But what this sounds like is 100% trying to get in front of something that we're going to talk about next week, this week, and for weeks to come about what the hell this documentary says. And I will say this after watching this past weekend in the hotel, my wife and I watching the Menendez monsters on Netflix. I've said this time and time again about Netflix. I think they are pissed next to poor when it comes to their movies. And I think when it comes to their TV shows and their documentaries, they are almost never wrong. They always hit. They're always informative. They're always damn near as factual as you can probably get, Vince. So we all as wrestling fans, Vince, who like myself, like get consultants backstage, like I can speak for Dice when I say this, we know how great you were to the wrestling business. However, by no stretch of the imagination does that eradicate you from being a scumbag. And wrestling fans, like the ones I just mentioned, myself and included, think that your character was real. It's evident. Don't blame Netflix. It could be Joe MJF Blow on YouTube, commenting on the Mike Knoxxx Show, put together a promo that looked like we saw happen in real life. We've seen it with Stephanie, with your wife, with Cena. I have black wrestling fans that love, what up, my G? I hate that stuff. It's too open interpreted, Vince. And we're going to find out how much of a dirty scumbag you were. And I'm not talking about what you did in the privacy of your airplane or bathroom at Burger King. Hey, who hasn't got busy in a Burger King bathroom? I mean, hell, you know? Who hasn't had done some whippets in their day, you know? Go into the grocery store and just and doing a bunch of whippets, right? You know? Some may think it's dirty and disgusting to have multiple partners and have orgies and threesomes. They've been going on since the Roman Empire. And like the show Menendez, I mean, some people think that's how you become a real man. Okay, when you have sex with another man. If you could take it from another man, then you were really manly because you took that. That's all I'm saying. It's Vince telling on himself. Yes, he is. This is 100% trying to apologize for what you're about to see. Vince McNasty. Who cares? I don't care if he was disgustingly nasty. Okay? I'm going to say it 1,000 times because it's been said so many times. Make sure you heard it from me first. I'm going to repeat it first. I didn't get mad at H for saying what he said about that girl and that boy. I don't want to marry some bum ass either. Okay? It was the fact that his apology for using the word was met with, well, this is what we always did in my day. You're a fucking liar, Hogan. In 1955 in Tampa, you could not say, what up, my nigga? You couldn't do that. You just couldn't. Y'all don't cancel Mel Gibson. That man said to his girlfriend on recording, I hope you get raped by a pack of, huh? But you want to get mad at Hogan? Yes, it's not. Okay, he shouldn't have said it. But guess what? He was in the privacy of his own home. And as I just said here many times, okay, who has not said something that they wish the world didn't hear when you're in a certain position of life? Just apologize for the shit he didn't. Vince McMahon, just apologize for your shit, bro. I don't care that you and Brock Lesnar ran a double arm suplex chicken wing on this chick. I can care less. Especially when she came out with, I don't know, $3 million? For $3 million, I got a couple of homegirls that you can do. Does that make me a trafficker because I'm helping them get paid? I hope not. Just saying. I'm just saying, who hasn't gotten busy in a Burger King bathroom? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Vince McMahon in 48 hours, and then like after a good consultant, couldn't care less about what he does in the privacy of his home. I don't. But he cannot. I don't think Brock Lesnar was involved. Don't sound like him. He I don't know what these people are going to do. All right. You thought that
Diddy didn't sound like he got $1,000 of baby oil in this shit, but he did. He must like massages. He might like massages.
You thought Epstein's list was crazy? Wait till you see Diddy's list.
I'm sure he raised 7,000 tweets.
First of all, Diddy's early list got some of the who's of who's on that shit. And that's not even a whole list yet. And it has Bishop T.D. Jakes, Jay-Z, and Beyonce on this shit. It's about to get crazy. Diddy definitely looked like he hurt. Listen, all I'm saying is this, Vince. We live in a world, this is for anybody out here who got dirt on their asses, right? You already had Usher come out and say, you know, I didn't delete those tweets. That was hacked. Pink deleted her. If you said some shit, scrub your internet shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry to do this. I'm sorry. Pink?
Yes. She erased her tweets too.
Pink, Pink must have did some shit when she was in that R&B phase. A lot of these white people don't realize Pink was an R&B girl.
Well, not just that, that's what, first of all, you're right. Her first entire album was R&B, and she was too damn good.
Okay. Pink, man, seriously.
Listen, but Pink did go through a racial phase, I believe, if I recall, when she was married to the BMX dude. some things had came out back then, and she's from South Philly. It's Pink. On top of that, right? Chris has said it 1,000 times. If you deep dive into mostly anyone's money who are going to find, you're going to find it. It's there. It's unfortunately, and this is not me at all accusing or excusing them from their actions. But that was the way it was back in the day. If you had power, that power was used wrongfully and justly against people. And so if you were abusing your power, then you should be brought up. I'm not going to do that's where I go. That is some bullshit. If you point blank say, hey, you want to be a diva? Oh, yeah, meet me in the back of the truck with the baby oil. That's wrong. Either you're going to hire the chick or you're not going to hire the chick. It's that simple. You know what I mean? I mean, people can say what they want to say, right? We're talking about wrestling here. Two of the big, and it can be a lot of them here, guys. Two of the biggest things that disrespectful to me were he made Trish Stratus get on her knees and bark like a dog. I'm sorry. The Kiss My Ass Club. I'm sorry. Okay? It's been some again, I go back and I don't even know how the fuck I'm a Triple H fan. I don't know how. This is when I always say wrestling fans. I always tell people I will talk about wrestling fans all day, but I put myself in that same umbrella with you. I was such a Triple H mark that I just completely ignored how disrespectful it was how he was treating Booker T. That shit was racist as fuck. But you can have that silver line and say, well, he didn't really say blacks, he said you people. What the fuck do you mean you people? I got a question for you people. How the hell is Stevie Ray and Booker T from Texas, but they call Harlem Heat? That's racist in itself. Because they black, they got to be from Harlem. They could be from Texas. Why can't they just love football and hunt? It's okay for Tim Riggins, but it ain't okay for Booker T? Vince calling Sabu a member of the Taliban. Hey, you know, to some people that was offensive, like Juan Deers. Okay? In wrestling, you can get away with certain things. I think in certain things, but certain things they're too far. And I love the fact that this new generation will hold people accountable. I'm just being honest in that part. I do. They're not who we were. We were told to be quiet. We were told to mind our businesses, and we did that. These young people today are finding out all this scumbag shit, and they're pulling your cards, people. They're pulling your cards. Okay? If I ever become a rich, I would gladly avoid most celebrities, just make to the money, maintain my career, and stay in my own lane. Listen, I would try my best. They're making life-changing money. We're not talking about a meal. I was watching my wife recently was hospitalized, and we were watching My Lottery House. And I'm watching, you want $1 million, but you're going to go buy an $800,000 house. That's stupid, okay? Unless you got some other money I don't know about, that $1 million don't mean shit. That $1 million was the house, right? Depends on what kind of money you got. I always say from the beginning, I'm going to say it again here right now, forget about it here. Give me Mike Knoxxx while I'm free, because when I get paid, I'm going to change. I'm going to be eating better, which means I hope I don't, because, you know, when you get big, you start eating, you get fatter. And I don't need to get no bigger. That's for damn sure. Okay? But I'm just saying, like, some things change, man. I'm not saying it's right, but get them all. Vince, if you're guilty, you're going down, buddy. I'm sorry. And you deserve to go down. I don't care what footprint you had on wrestling. If you did it illegally, if you did it like Diddy was forcing people allegedly, I'm going to say that because you're proven guilty. These things, then fuck them. They all deserve to burn it. I'm going to say that's not my job. They should die. That's not my job. But get them out the spotlight. That is something I can speak on. And it's from too many years before we haven't spoken those kind of things. Without Vince McMahon, it would not, what would we be doing here? You're doing this. You're right. I'm not that, but that has nothing to do with the fact that he was wrong for doing it. And wrestling fans, you got to stop that bullshit. It doesn't matter because of him and him getting HH and how wrestling has become popular. We're here. Okay, granted, great for him for doing that. That does not excuse him for being a low-life piece of shit if he did the things they said he did. That's all I'm saying. One has nothing to do with the other. Being great, you know what's crazy? And the fact I'm going to get up out of here, the majority of everybody who has been great in our lifetime is fucked up in the head somewhere deeply. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Okay? Y'all can sit here and not say it about the King of Pop. He had his questions. Prince had his questions. They all got their questions. They all got some questions out there. White, black, it don't matter. If you are great in the world the last 25, 30, 40 years, you did some shit you weren't supposed to fucking do. But guess what? That was the ways. If you want to make it, you got to do this shit. I want to know if you're coming to New York City this Saturday night. No, I cannot. I wish I was, Charmaine. As it was mentioned to me, I got a lot of kids and a big family, and there's always something going on, and I love it, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to get up out of here. People, listen, we got to get out of here. I got a game to play. Listen, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me, and don't love God, and do not know, and you should know.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler
Well, fuck it.
of all time.
She is. But listen, before we got out here, though, make sure you guys check out all the shows here on Unpopular Review Entertainment. The Mike Knoxxx Show you're tuning into right now. The Monday Night Review tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, NXT Review with Estella and Jack. AEW on Wednesdays. The Top 5, I believe, is coming back. And also Smackdown, the Penitentiary, every single Saturday as well with the Zia Sound and Vic Damone Jr. We got shows on wrestling varieties for everybody. And make sure you check out for your wrestling fans. We got Unpopular Review Entertainment as well. Some of the best movies, TV shows, you name it, that have come out. We have talked about it, including coming up soon, the Penguin Review, to be the hottest pilot to ever come out in TV. So phenomenal. If you hated the Batman, it's okay. You can't hate the Penguin because Colin Farrell did that good of a job. So we out here, people. My name is Mike Knoxxx. That's for my crew. Oh, Family Feud. I don't know. We'll put that back on. I don't know nothing about that, so I'm not going to speak about that. Oh, Family Feud is coming back too. Okay, cool. UPR
yeah, Family Feud. We don't even know yet, but it's my team versus Freckles' team. And we're doing wrestling topics, allegedly. But we can't even get people to do debates in top 5, so who knows? We don't know. But whoever's on my team, we're going to win.
So with that being said, I'm out here, y'all. Y'all
drums, please. Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
This ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on them. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready?